You know, if people don't see, we know about the favoritism, right? But if people don't also see colorism on the show, they don't want to see it. And that's all I have to say. I'm saying that responding to all the people on Twitter, because your boy be low-key going viral on Twitter, at It's Kingsborough on Twitter. And the people just, it's running amok. If you don't see it, you don't want to see it, period. It's as simple as that. As a black person in 2024, being of a certain age, I'm gonna say at least 30. At least 30 plus, and you are a person of the world, okay? You've lived a little bit. Not that you know everything, but because nobody does, right? But you lived a little bit. You know, you've been in certain areas, being around certain kinds of people, watched certain shows, lived your life as a black person. You know what it is, and you know what colorism is. And if you don't, then I feel like you're just pretending to not get it, because I don't understand. I don't understand. We can so easily, as black people, get racism, but colorism, people just act like they don't know what it is, or they just can't get it, or they don't understand how it's possible. Oh, maybe they just don't like them, or maybe it's just their personality, or maybe this, or maybe that. If you don't, just, it's fine. It's fine if you just now started watching the show. It's fine. A lot of people didn't start watching Potomac until season 5, after the fight, because this fighting is what put people on. It's what put Married to Medicine on with Mariah and Toya. And it's just what it is. You know, it's just the way of the world. That's why the Zeus Network will always be here. But, yeah. That's all I got to say on that. But anyway, as far as the episode, we see Karen talking to Ray about something we don't care about. And then she talked about that she wanted to have this event. The event is for people who have victims of tape. Okay, put the R on it. Tape. And, people who've dealt with that. And, yeah. So that's the reason she's having it. She's with this organization called PAVE, I believe. Okay, so the next thing we see is Robyn, Gordon, Mia, and Juan. Juan is in another scene, y'all. We've never seen Juan this much, child. I think the producers, the people said, look, Juan, you ain't working now, so you really ain't got no excuse. You can come to scenes and film and act as if you like Robyn and y'all are a great couple. Act as if, okay? He just got finished cussing her out on the phone a couple of episodes ago, but you know, that's how this stuff goes. So, we see the chef, cute little stud chef. Okay, chef. She was cute. So they're talking and stuff, and Mia, she starts to get the tea on Juan and the whole situation as to how everything happened. Apparently, Robyn and Mia had a conversation, but it was cut out. We didn't get to see it, where Mia came to Robyn and said she don't buy the whole thing or whatever. So Juan said pretty much the same thing that Robyn said, you know, good old rehearsed moment. And, they were, he said he got by the girl. He put his credit card down and met at the casino. You know, it was a whole moment and whatever. We don't care. Either way, neither one of them are going nowhere. They're not going to leave each other. And so if they love it, we love it. If they pretending, we pretending. Hey. So anyway, let me see. They also briefly talked about Mia and how her and Robyn share the whole thing of a person they were working with financially ended up taking their money, and then they ended up offing themselves. And they shared their whole situation, and Mia's feeling really bad about it because he had a wife and kids. Their attorney that did that to them. What a tough, awkward, hard, crazy thing to go through. There's a tough thing to go through for sure. Let me see. We see Gizelle. She's with Grace. Grace getting ready to go off to college. Gizelle and Grace are going to take self-defense classes, which is a great thing for anybody to do, especially girls. And so, yeah, you would think she would have been did that, though, when they were younger. But, okay. So they're doing it now, and it was a cute little scene. You know, Gizelle really is quite the interesting person because she's so likable and so fun-loving and so just good. I can't come up with the word right now. When she's with her daughters, she's you know, I think that Gizelle is a great mom. You know, she's gonna always be out of touch when it comes to the whole colorism conversation, because she's her daughter's mom, but she's not their skin tone, so she's not gonna get it. Even though she can still get it as a light skinned woman, but she just chooses to ignore it, because then she'll have to admit certain stuff that she has done or how she's benefited, and nobody wants to take that self-awareness. But anyway, Gizelle's so likable when she's with her kids. But when she's not around them, she's just awful. And I've never seen anything like it in my life. Obviously, her relationship with her kids is going to be different. It's her kids, duh. But still, it's just like for you to just completely be so kind and loving and relatable in this moment, to then be so conniving and devious and mean and stuff in another moment. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, so it was a cute scene. Okay, so moving on from that, what do we have? We see Wendy. We see Wendy's brother briefly. He's the youngest, I think. Ivy's the oldest, Wendy's sister, then Wendy, and then the brother. Anyway, they're having a scene. So Wendy's talking to her mom. I like Dr. Wendy a lot, so I'm not going to mention the blue eyes her mom had in, and the discoloration on her mom's hands that the streets say is coming from bleaching, allegedly. Dr. Wendy, don't get mad at me. That's not what I said. That's what the streets say, that Mama Wendy bleaches, allegedly. So, I don't know. All I know is that I saw, and I looked at it, and I thought it was Gizelle, because I saw the blue eyes, the blue-green eyes, and I was just like, oh, is it Gizelle or Robyn? I was like, no, this Mama Wendy. I was like, oh, okay. I never noticed that before. Okay, so we're going to move on. She brought up the whole Nneka thing. Mama was just sick, and she was like, Nneka, or Nneka, you know. She didn't know what was going on. She talked about Libby, which is Nneka's cousin-in-law, her husband's cousin. And she said that Libby and her daughter, Ivy, Wendy's sister, is like sisters. And so she called Libby to get the tea as to why her and Ivy are no longer friends. And so, yeah, she was just like, but this whole shrine thing, she has no idea about it, blah, blah, blah. But she said a phone call was made and whoop-de-doo. I don't know. Am I leaning more now just seeing the mom and hearing her story and hearing Nneka's story and blah, blah, blah? Am I leaning more towards Nneka telling the truth? Kinda, if I'm being honest. But with that said, I still don't care. It's still not going to automatically make me dislike Wendy. It's still not going to make me turn on Wendy. It's still not. Nneka, at the end of the day, and let's say that you're completely telling the truth, it does not matter. At the end of the day, you, Nneka, decided to come for your Nigerian sister on the show. And that's all that matters to me. Somebody else is different, then fine. And obviously you're a fan. You know about the history of the show. This show was found, a lot of people would be like, oh, Candiace, a lot of people on Twitter Oh, Candiace and Wendy, they started this whole thing with colorism and bringing this dark cloud over the show. How can they? What power does Candiace and Wendy have to automatically bring up a new word? To just this stuff has always been here. No, black people just didn't talk about it. It's just so ingrained in us to think this way that it's just like it's just human nature. Still to this day, I hear parents telling their kids, "Oh, you want to stay out the sun? You gonna get too black." I still hear nappy head every 5 minutes. I still hear, "Oh, she light skinned, she red bone, she got light skin points." Like we still hear that kind of stuff. So why are we acting like this? Oh, it was so negative. No, it was cool when we didn't talk about it, right? And we just let stuff slide, like we always do. But now that we talking about it, and we recognize that it's wrong, now it's making people uncomfortable, and people, why are we talking about this now? See, y'all bringing so much hate to the show. This is supposed to be entertainment. Gizelle brought this to the show. Wasn't Gizelle them coming at Katie saying that she didn't want to be black the first season? What are we talking about? Are we acting like it's a coincidence that all the original cast of Potomac was all light-skinned women outside of Charrisse who wanted to be? Are we going to pretend that's not a thing? No, okay. So anyway, let's see what else happened, y'all. We have Candiace and Dorothy. They had a little brief phone conversation. Candiace said she went to have her first mammogram, and she said they found some lumps. She said she has a history of breast cancer in her family, and she said that she wanted to go get it checked out and looked at immediately in case it gets serious. And I think that's a good idea. I'm praying for Candiace. Hope everything is fine with her. But she's also going to meet up with Nneka. Well, she met up with Nneka. They talked about their issues with trying to get pregnant and that kind of stuff. And Nneka's been trying a lot longer, apparently, than Candiace. Candiace, I guess she's in a more settled place in terms of her music and stuff, and not wanting to be, not making that the main priority as much, it seems. Or maybe, I don't know. But anyway, she's trying to get pregnant now, Candiace. I don't necessarily think Chris is, I don't know. We're going to see how it unfolds. I don't know. So yeah. Let me see. Candiace said that she did not want to disturb her relationship with Wendy by being friends with Nneka, and how Nneka came in. Nneka feels like Candiace is not really giving her a clear chance, and she doesn't really like how she's doing things. But I mean, Candiace is stuck between a rock and a hard place at the end of the day. And I think that Wendy and Candiace have realized this. All they got is each other at the end of the day, really. Because Karen can easily go over there with the other girls and be with them. And so can Mia, which is the only two other people that seems like they're willing to film with Candiace and Wendy and be cool with it. So all they got is each other at the end of the day. It is split up on the show. I don't know what happened there. But it is split up on the show, unfortunately. That's just how it is. So, I don't know. But we're going to pray for everybody. Nneka, I want to give her a chance. I think she's pretty. I'm interested in learning more about her. But it's just the way that she came in. It just put a real nasty, bad taste in the people's mouth. And I don't know. I don't know how she's going to recover from this. But I like to see Nneka back next season. I don't know. I can take her or leave her at this point. It's just how you came in, and what she say during that conversation? Oh, it wasn't her intentions to get into it with Wendy. Are you sure? Are we watching a different show? You started that conversation with Wendy at Karen's event, didn't you? I don't know. People just forget stuff or something. I don't know. But anyway, moving on from that, child, we get to is it Karen's event after that? We get to Karen's event. Yeah, everybody looked great, especially Candiace in that yellow suit. Candiace was sharp. We found out that there are other victims oh God. We found out there's other victims in the group of tape. Robyn, Mia, Karen, Candiace, Ashley. Really unfortunate. Karen, she kept bringing up it's nice that we are here to support each other. And I love that the ladies we can come together and be one. And it's not like y'all are getting along, Karen. Like, stop. Y'all are just here and they respect you and they respect what's happening. And this is an unfortunate incident that happened to the majority of them. So they can relate on that. But it's not like they're talking to one another. They're just in the moment. They're just all there. So it's still not a bonding thing between them because they don't like each other. So yeah. At one point, Mia, there was a girl singing called Ella Wild. Her song was beautiful. It was called Favorite Doll. And at one point, Mia, she got up and she left. She started crying. We found out that Mia had an accident where she was taped, and she was with Jacqueline. Apparently, Jacqueline's boyfriend was left there. So I don't know if Jacqueline's boyfriend did it or Jacqueline's boyfriend friends or whoever else was in the room did it. But it happened, and Mia said that she's always been more mean to Jacqueline. She's always kind of held that over her head because of what had transpired. She felt like she left her, and if she was there, it wouldn't have happened, etc. But she also acknowledges that it's not Jacqueline's fault what happened because Jacqueline, she trusted her dude, and they were like 15, 16. It's just horrible. Gizelle, she even had a conversation with the lady that was running it, the event with Karen, and said, what should I tell my daughter? She's getting ready to go off to college. And, it is a tough thing. I pray so much for my little nieces and my nephews as well. And my little goddaughters and my cousins. And it's a lot. It is a lot. This world is not nice. It is not safe all the time, and all you can do is just help them, and hopefully they come to you when things happen, and just pray for them. That's really all that you can do, because none of us can be with them all the time. At some point we all grow up, and then we just all have to go. You have to let them fly free and just hope for the best. But yeah, just remain safe. Don't stay nowhere where you're not safe if you're uncomfortable. Listen, even me as a man, there's certain places that I don't go. There are certain people I don't want to be around. If I get a vibe, a feeling, or anything, not even just that, a tape situation or anything like that, but just like somebody getting ready to fight, anything out of any kind of feeling, vibe that I'm getting, I'm out. There's only certain places I go. Honestly, I have my most fun when I'm around my siblings, and we just club it. We just partying it up at my siblings and my brother's house because he got the biggest house. Me just going over there, hanging out with my nieces and nephews and my sister-in-law, and just having a good old jam session. We cook and eat. House parties with friends are my thing. Like little kickbacks and little cookout with family. People I don't have to worry about and stuff showing out. And that, they might show out, but whatever. And it's not like a stranger. We out somewhere, they going in the back of their trunk because they get, it's not like that. So Yeah, but child, just remain safe, y'all, as safe as y'all can. And if y'all feel anything or just don't want to do something or don't feel like it, then don't do it. There's going to be other events, other times, but just don't do it. And no means no. Praying for the entire cast. Unfortunately, even a very serious thing such as this is still not going to bond all the ladies because some of them are just hateful and awful and despicable and everything else. But yeah. With that said, I'm MrChalaki. MrChalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at Iskizmo on Instagram and Twitter. At Iskizmo89 on Snapchat. Chicks King on Facebook. MrChalaki on Cash App and PayPal and TikTok. And as always, run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned. And I'll see you guys later.